Fair enough. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, Brutus. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
We're live. That's it. We're in.
I think I'm more excited than you.
We're into the Matrix. Dude, I do this all the time.
Yeah.
Not that I don't get excited. Don't get me wrong. Like, I look forward to this all the time. This is my... So you go to the gym for your release. I go to here for my release.
I go to the gym every day. You do this every day?
Dude, if it was up to me, I would do it every... If there is some way, and my subscribers who are listening, if you can figure out how to share this with everybody you know, and we take over the world with my podcast, you would make my dream come true, because then I can do this every day. That would be the goal. Rogan does it every day.
He does do it every day.
Yeah.
He's got a good thing going.
You know what? Everybody's like, you're not as big as Rogan. I'm like, first of all, you're allowed to curse, by the way. First of all, screw you. The reason why I'm not, and I'm holding off until later on in the episode, but he's been doing it for 8 years. I think he's on year 9 now.
Right.
So, everyone's like, you're not as big as him. And I'm like, bro, he's been doing it. I've been doing it for 2 years. He's got 6 years ahead of me. And he was in the wave of podcasts when it was like becoming a thing. Like, I'm behind the wave trying to catch up.
Yeah. No, it's like the 10,000 hour rule.
That's right? That's it.
What is that, 5 years?
Oh,
until you perfect something?
About, yeah.
Yeah.
So
you got a couple years.
He's got a lot of time ahead of me.
Yeah.
A lot of time. So, whatever.
So, what episode am I?
You're number... what episode? I think you're 120.
Wow. Good for
bro.
you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wait. No, you're 121. Because I have 2 that need to go up. But yeah. So, yeah, you're 120, man.
Wow.
121.
Well, thanks for having me.
Dude, no problem, man. Dude, I tell people I have a podcast. I'm like, oh, how many episodes have you done? Thinking like I just started it on a whim. I'm like, like 100 and change, something like that. I don't remember the exact. They're like, oh my god, what? And I go, yeah. They're like, oh, they're probably pretty short though. They're probably like a minute or 2, or like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm like, no, they're all like an hour and a half. Some very few closer to the hour mark, and most closer to the hour and a half to 2 hour mark. So I get up there, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
No, you got a lot of good stuff to talk about.
Thanks, man.
And you're surrounded by good people.
I'm very blessed for. Yeah. I try to eradicate negative. I don't want to say negativity. I think negativity is good for the health. I try to eradicate negative people as quickly as I can. You can go on social media and drive yourself nuts.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Does that say 21 up there?
That says 21.
Perfect. Okay. Just making sure. Because
feels good.
I'm a little toasty. I'm a fluffy dude. And I normally only wear a t-shirt, but today I had a meeting this morning. Not sure how I feel about it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Let's get your thoughts on this. So, I've pretty much networked out, like, I don't want to say my life, but I would say I've done a substantial amount of networking at this point. There's a local Latip group that has formed, and they've asked me to become a member, essentially. So I'm debating on doing it. What are your thoughts? Because you know me better than, like, probably most of the people listening, at least as far as the business world.
So, if I were you, I would do it.
Okay.
I would at least try it.
Okay.
I don't say no to a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Because I'm new in the business
Sure.
thing also, And you never know who you're going to meet.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
And if you're not out there...
You never have that opportunity to meet them.
You never have that shot.
All right, done. I'm in.
What's that saying? Strangers have your money?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's probably more so true in your industry.
No, I mean, I think any industry.
Yeah.
Go meet people. Like a goal of mine is to meet 2 new people a day.
Oh my God. Dude, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
Whether it's at the coffee shop, Starbucks, talk to somebody at the gym.
My goal every day
get to know people.
Is to make somebody's day better.
Yeah.
So if that's holding the door open for somebody or saying good morning to somebody, like my buddy, who I've actually been trying to get on the show, but he would absolutely lose his job in like that, because he's he works for the Long Island Railroad. And he's a conductor, and he's just super vulgar. But he's probably one of my favorite people. He's so goddamn funny. But shit, I don't remember where I was going with the story. Making people's day better. So he's like, he walks the train every single day. He's like, every single day I walk the train, probably 95 to 99% of people don't even look up at me. They don't even make eye contact with me.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Wow.
He goes, talk about saying good morning to
They don't
somebody.
say thank you when they get their
No, they just
ticket
they hand him the ticket, they hand it back. Dude, it's so. I didn't realize how bad it was, and I thought like maybe I like to think of myself uncommon amongst most common people.
Yeah.
And that was a shout out to David Goggins because he uses that line a lot.
That dude's a beast.
Beast, bro. Did you read Can't Hurt Me?
No, but I've watched his YouTube clips.
Do you read books or do you listen to books?
I read books.
I'll buy it for you. How about that? Change your life. Change your life.
Deal.
Promise you. Read it in 3 days.
Yeah.
Nuts. But so he's like, dude, if you say good morning to somebody, he's like, there's a chance that you could ride the train for free. If you need help, we're gonna come help you first over anybody else. Like, he's like, the amount of respect you get from us just for saying good morning is like astronomical.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Like, I figured you guys want to have as little interaction with people as possible. He's like, no. He's like, of course we don't want to deal with a lot of people, but like, it's just common courtesy to say good morning. And I'm like, ever since then, I'll be like, I try to compliment people every day, or try to find out like a way to make somebody's day better. If somebody comes, if I know that a chick like took her time to like really get herself like done up. I have a girlfriend, but I'll be like, you look beautiful today. Like,
yeah,
you put
make somebody's day.
hours.
Yeah.
You put like 2 hours into getting ready. Shit, I get out of the shower in 3 minutes. I got clothes on, and whatever I'm wearing is whatever is the closest to me as far as my laundry goes. Like, I don't know. I'm just a dude. I have my girlfriend's a name brand freak, and everything's got to look good. Me, I won't spend more than like $4 on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I refuse. I stay in them all. The only thing I spend money on is my goddamn Baron Media Group shirts. That's it.
Yeah, and you should. That's your brand.
And that's exactly right.
Right.
But like these shorts,
people buy from brands they recognize.
That's it. And dude, somebody saw me out without it, and they're like, dude, I didn't even recognize you. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, you don't have your shirt on.
See?
I'm like, what? He's like, dude, that shirt, everybody knows you for. I'm like, done. I'll never go out to like a networking event or anything like that. And I've almost left the house without it, and I go, there's no way. I'll throw it in the dryer with laundry sheets before I put on something that's not Baron Media Group.
Yeah.
And for anyone that's listening solely and cannot see now on YouTube, shameless plug for my YouTube, I just have like simple little like Sport Tech, that's the brand, shirts, polo shirts that have just embroidery, my Baron logo on there. But it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So I want to get back to handwriting.
Okay.
This is
This is big.
This is big.
Not a lot of people will write handwritten notes anymore.
That is probably true.
And I think
I would say probably close to 100% true.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you own a business, you're an entrepreneur, you stand out by writing handwritten notes because it shows intention, right? You had to buy the note.
For some people.
For some people.
Because if somebody got it.
But I'm just talking like law of large numbers. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So there's intention there.
Sure.
It's not like writing an email where you can just type something up, hit the send button, right? You got to
No.
pick out the card.
It's a lot of work.
You got to think of what to write.
Yep.
You got to write it.
Yep.
Regardless of how bad your handwriting is. See, I have like 3rd grade level handwriting, and I still write handwritten notes.
Dude, I have newborn handwriting.
Like when I write, when I write a handwritten note,
Yeah.
I bring it to my assistant to send it out, right? And
Sure.
I sit there and I make sure that she can read everything before she sends it out, including the address that it's going to. So there's no typos. How funny is that? But I'll still send it out.
See, like, I'll make phone calls. I'm like the anti-millennial in that. Like, if I would rather call you than text you.
That's good.
It takes far too much time to text. Like, time is of the essence in my life. I'm 27 years old, dying soon, maybe. But
You're not. You're rich.
I know.
You're rich with time.
I am. Well, you never know when you're gonna pass.
True.
But I treat time.
You live on a going concern.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. But I'll throw like AirPods in all day. I don't listen to music on them. I have my computer to listen to music on. But it's so much easier for me to be typing and be like, oh, I have this thought, I need to call this person, and then just, hey Siri, call XYZ person.
Yeah.
And then, boom, that phone call will go through. I never had to take my eyes off the screen. I never had to take my hands off the keyboard. I never had to pick this little demonic device up. Nothing. That's it. That to me, and maybe I'm a freak, but I'm always into like life optimization. Like anything that could make me percentages more efficient, I'm in.
Yeah.
Anything.
And it's the small stuff that you pick up.
Yeah.
Along the
Yeah.
way.
Like you're
really
gonna get
adds
a,
up.
you might not get a, like my buddy Billy. So my buddy Billy's birthday. Buddy Billy's.
It's like a tongue twister.
Yeah, right? So
what's that one? Sally sees seashells by the seashore.
Yeah, I suck at those things. I barely can write English, let alone speak it. Sally sells seashores. Seashore. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. I can say it if I sound like I got beat over the head quite a few times. But when I do, what was that noise? That was a weird noise.
Wait, so going back to the handwriting.
That's part of it.
So you write handwritten notes?
No, never.
You don't?
No. But
and what are your thoughts on it?
If I do write a handwritten note, you are like the epitome of special to me. Because what you would think would take somebody 30 seconds to write, probably took me the better part of an hour.
Really?
I will write something 3 or 4 times on loose leaf before I actually put it on there. Or...
I mean, I'm just looking at that board.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can read more than 2 words.
It's terrible.
Board.
It's terrible.
And I don't know if the audience can see the board, but
they can't see the board.
There's probably like 100 words on there.
Yeah. I can read them all.
You have your own language, bro.
Oh, that's great. If somebody's trying to decipher or read my notes, good luck. I can give you the keys to the treasury here, and you would never, or the document to get it in the treasury, and nobody would ever know.
Dude, not for nothing. I thought I had bad handwriting.
Dude, you probably feel like a champ. So that is genuinely the reason why I do not really write anything. If I do write something, and that's typically only going to like loved ones, more so exclusively my significant other. I do. You ready for this? This is where it's going to get
to I have something to comment about what you just said.
I will put a wax seal on the card.
Wow.
Right?
Unbelievable.
So if you get a card, even if it just says Love Harrison or From Harrison or something like that, and it's got my quarter of a second chicken scratch on it, but it's got a wax seal on it because I literally never mail anything. So if it's a sentimental piece, you're getting a wax seal. And I'm the only person that I've ever met that puts a wax seal on a card.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
love that.
That's when I get serious.
Yeah.
You get a card from me, and it's like a real sincere card, you're getting a wax seal. And that means I almost burned my goddamn house down to get that thing on there. So you should be appreciative of that.
So, I know I have bad handwriting.
Sure.
Right? I do it anyway. I'm insecure about my handwriting.
Okay.
But I still send them out.
Bro, brave.
Because I think it's good to show your vulnerabilities, with people.
Sure.
So I think it builds trust.
Sure.
I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not,
Fair enough. It's good, though. It's important.
And it's memorable.
It very.
I'm going to be known as the guy with the bad handwriting.
I don't even let people see my handwriting. Dude, when I swear to God, this is a true story. I got to get back to my buddy Billy's story.
But it's good to be remembered.
It is. So, like, when I go to the post office, like, to mail things, if I can't print it out because I don't have a printer here, I got to send it to John. John's got to print it for me. If I need something written, I'll ask somebody in the post office to write it for me, like if it's an address.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look, I need you to do me a favor. Like, you don't know who I am. I need you to write this address on here because I need it to get there. Mm-hmm. And if it's my handwriting, it's not going to get there. So, back to my story, my buddy Billy, whose birthday just passed. I called him on his birthday. I'm probably one of the few people that will call you on your birthday. If you mean something to me, chances are pretty good you're going to get a phone call from me on your birthday.
You called me on my birthday.
I did.
Yeah.
I also call a bunch of people on major holidays. So I don't know if I called you on Thanksgiving.
I think you did.
But So for the audience that's listening, I called. I think I made like 80 phone calls in 1 hour.
Wow.
On my way to my grandma's house.
Good for you.
So she lives up in New Hyde Park. So literally left the house, and every single second the phone ended, I would just pick it. I would call the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and the next, and like out of probably the 80 calls that I made, I would say probably 10% picked up. So most of my drive was just dial tones.
Did you leave voicemails?
I left voicemails. Hey Harrison, it's Harrison. I just wanted to wish you and your family, a happy Thanksgiving.
That goes a long way.
Just want to say I'm thankful for your friendship.
Yeah.
And that is the one thing when they return that call, you could tell that they just went through something emotional. Like, their friends that they thought were friends don't even call them on the holidays. Yeah. And I'm doing it. And I don't want to say I barely know, but I've only known these people for a short period of time.
Yeah.
That is when, like, people are like, so my buddy Billy called him on his birthday. He's like, dude, one other person called me. I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, who? He goes, my dad.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, he goes, you are a real friend. Like, you're the only person. He goes, I got a couple text messages, but you're the only other person that called me.
Wow.
Oh my god, damn. Yeah.
Dude,
phone's a powerful weapon, bro.
I like hearing that.
So.
How old are you? 27?
27, yeah.
Yeah, and not a lot of 27-year-olds are doing that.
Bro, not even a lot of 27-year-olds will pick up a phone and call somebody.
You may be the only one.
Probably. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. There's people are okay. People are content with different things in life. Me, I'm not content with the normal shit. So I started my own business.
Yeah.
If I'm, I could have gotten a cushy job up in New York City,
Long
Island.
Had the
safety.
You're taking a risk.
Steady 40 hours. Yeah.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and you walked in. You're like, dude, you got some. You just.
Oh yeah, this place is great.
Yeah, I walk around with zero fucks.
I was not expecting
all the
this.
time. All the time. Thanks, man.
Really nice.
Appreciate it. So
really nice.
It's coming along.
Yeah.
Needs some more work, but it's coming along.
Yeah.
And
but I really respect what you're doing with this.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Because it's got to be uncomfortable for you in a way. Or
Bro,
maybe it was when you first started.
Even still, man. Even still.
It is.
Like, like that meme when it's like the guy and there's two buttons and he's like, the hand looks like it's vibrating. It's like, easy route, hard route. That's like essentially my life. Like, there's so many times where, like, I try to explain to people like, oh, it must be so nice to be your own boss. You can do whatever you want. Like, and they're like, oh, it's you went whitewater rafting this weekend.
There's a balance, though.
Yeah, you went
right?
golfing again. You went golfing again.
So I can relate to where you're coming from.
Sure.
Because I'm building a practice. I've been building a practice for the last several years. I'm a financial planner.
Absolutely.
So I look for, people to help, right? And I try to look for as many people that I can help because, that'll increase business, and I'm very passionate about it. And it's hard to shut off. So when you're not actually physically at work, right, and you go home at night, the entrepreneur typically has a hard time like just shutting down.
Oh my god, dude!
Do you experience that?
Shutting. Oh yeah, that's why I indulge in the devil's lettuce sometimes. I can say that because I've said it before on the show, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's not. I'm not trying to knock.
One of my good friends.
I'm not knocking. Yeah, I'm not knocking on like the 9 to 5.
No, it's not for everybody. Look, it's a lot of risk. Like.
Yeah, it's a lot of risk.
Sure.
And it takes time.
And
a lot of people who start out as an entrepreneur, they may give up because they're not patient enough.
Yeah, it's patience and it's determination and drive.
Patience and persistence.
Everybody looks at Jeff Bezos, and we'll just use Jeff Bezos because everybody knows Jeff Bezos. Even Elon Musk. Elon Musk, he had an issue with Tesla. There was an issue with Tesla cars. He slept in his warehouse for like 2 or 3 months on the concrete floor and worked like 16-hour days to help get Tesla like where it's at. Jeff Bezos, there's a famous picture of him sitting in a warehouse with like literally painted on the wall like freehand Amazon.
Yeah.
Like Apple started out of a garage. People more so like even though I have like a lot of friends that are super supportive, like they're also kind of like you know, we need to look out for Harrison because if this shit fails, we got to make sure he's like on the right track still, like in progressing along in life. But, you know, I go out, I golf frequently. I literally do whatever the fuck I want. Like, and I curse intentionally because I think people don't understand how much freedom I have. I literally live by 0 rules.
Yeah.
With the exception of the speed limits. With that, nobody sees that I leave my office at 12, 1, 2 in the morning.
Right.
Almost 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I give the girlfriend the weekends, you know, to some degree. Even she doesn't get the full weekend. And otherwise, I'm planted in front of that computer, hammering away.
Yeah. You make the most of your time, though, that you have.
Yes.
Like, a lot of people in that environment
Sure.
will take advantage of it.
Oh, yeah.
Some people need to be micromanaged.
Oh, yes. Big time.
And I personally, this is my opinion, and I think it's really, like, you're born with it, right? So
to some degree, I would say.
You know, and it's like your upbringing.
Sure.
You know, you can be proactive, or you can kind of just, you know, sit back and just take things as they come to you.
So here's something crazy, and I don't want to divulge how much money I've made and make, but
wow, big swinging.
No, I'm not one of those people. I try to be humble, but like literally this week alone, I closed more money in deals than some people make in a year, in 1 week.
I feel like that was in like a rap video.
Oh, probably, honestly, but I work my balls off for it. But the first year of business, I only made I think like $20,000 in money, and then that $20,000. Like, who could survive on $20,000? You know, and now, not that I'm killing it by any stretch of the imagination. I'm doing okay. That's for sure. But, you know, it's like, I eat shit every day to go play 9 holes of golf, to go play 18 holes of golf, to go shotgun shooting. I'm going shotgun shooting tomorrow, by the way, if you want to come. It was in my email if you're around. But, like, people look at like the exterior and they're like, oh, Harrison's up in Maine. Harrison's down in Florida. Harrison's down in Georgia. Harrison's on a road trip. Like, what's Harrison doing now? Like, they don't realize that I put more hours in 1 week than they probably actually get work done in 1 month.
Yeah.
Think about it. If you're a full-time employee, you're working 40 hours a week. You're probably going to the bathroom, not even kidding you, 5 hours a week because you probably don't like your job, or you're just sitting there doing nothing because I was there at one point. You're talking to people by the water cooler. You're taking longer lunches than you're supposed to. You're honestly probably only working 20 to 25 hours a week. So in my 80-hour week...
It's probably less than that.
Oh, probably. But it's of actual productivity.
I heard through multiple resources that the average person actually works 2 hours a day.
No.
2 hours a day.
For real?
Yeah, of productive work.
Dude, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, I get 2 hours of work done in the first 2 hours of my day. And I'm not even productive in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, that's just like, okay, R&D, like, looking up what things are going, like, what's going on, how's this moving, like, I do 2 things during lunch. I watch YouTube videos.
Yeah.
50% of the time, it's probably somebody making food, because I love cooking, and the other 50% of the time, it's probably somebody in my industry talking about something new that's happening, and I need to know about it.
Yeah.
That's what I watch. But, like, back in the day, like, when I worked for somebody else, you didn't watch that shit. You played video games. You did this. And I'm not I would be lying if I said I don't play video games. I play video games. There's only so many hours a day you could actually work, but it could be before your mind needs a break. But for the most part, like, it's full force all the time. Yeah. There's no off switch. It drives my girlfriend nuts. She's like, what? She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. She's like, what's wrong? Yeah. I'm like, nothing. She's like, what's wrong? I go, nothing is wrong. I'm just thinking about work. Like, emails I sent out, or emails I might have forgotten to send out, or a deal, or did I put this piece of code in right, or did this, and she's like, Jesus Christ, and then there's other times where I'm sitting there thinking about it, and I'm like, because I probably have too much, I don't want to say too much free time, but I probably think too much on things, but she's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, I'm looking at the world. Like, it's amazing how we live on this gigantic rock, covered in water. There's life that somehow magically formed here. Conditions worked out for humans to be involved, or to live. The earth is literally spinning around a giant ball of fire floating in what nobody can figure out. Mm-hmm. And we can't even see the edges of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is going on in your brain? Like, this is what happens to me all the time. That is me. I should have just made that into a story. That would have been great. You want to know who Harrison Barron is? This is him. He works and thinks about the universe. Too much. But yeah, that's me, bro.
I respect that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm a nut. But back to picking your own life. Like, that's the world that we decided on.
Yeah. It's your life.
You know?
So the thing that I really respect about you is that you have a sense of urgency.
It's got to get done.
Every single day.
Dude,
and I can relate to that.
Sure. I met with a guy today. I don't want to say who he is because he's a nice guy and stuff like that. But he's in one of these like CEO mastermind groups. So for people that are listening, it's people that literally own businesses. They all get together and they just help each other solve problems. And I've gone to a couple of these now. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if it's for me. He's like, oh, why do you say that? I go, I don't know, man. It's either I'm too resourceful or I'm too smart. He's like, what do you mean? I go, last time I was at one thing, somebody was talking about an employee who was a good employee but bringing down the culture of the office. You know, and they're like, they've had this problem now for like 6 months.
Yeah.
My immediate reaction is fire that dude or chick, whatever it is. Fire that person. That person does not belong in that company. I don't care if they have bills to pay. I don't care if they have a family. I'm not ruthless. They obviously do not care about their family if they're going to ruin the culture at work and potentially lose their job. I don't care how valuable you are.
Yeah.
You're out. Done. I don't need that. No, nothing good comes from negativity. Ever.
No.
You know, somebody thought about going to the moon, right? There was probably a negative person that goes, that's dumb. Well, look at what we did. We went to the moon. We got there.
Yeah.
You know, if we listened to the guy that was negative, we would have never gotten there.
Yeah.
Same principle applies. That's just me. You know, I'm like, I don't understand what people think are problems. Everybody's got the same problem of getting more business. There's no doubt about that. I've never met somebody that's like, I've got all the business in the world.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, these people ask questions, and I'm like, I just drove 45 minutes here. I could have Googled for 30 minutes and found the answer, and I would have probably found it in way less time than that, or watched a YouTube video of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's a YouTube video for everything. Everything out there now.
Right.
I don't know. I'm a lunatic. Who knows?
I don't think so.
But you grind, bro. You grind. And you grind up from the most beautiful place on Long Island, I think.
Where's that?
Long Beach, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. I actually don't live there anymore.
Where do you live now?
Woodbury.
Oh, you
like
moved?
right next to my office.
You dog. Why'd you move?
Yeah, you know what? It's a long commute.
Really?
Yeah, it's like 40 minutes each way, 45 minutes. So
And you didn't think it was worth it?
So, it is and it's not.
It is in the summertime. It's not in the winter.
Yeah, but
I would say.
But it's funny. I found myself going to the beach more when I didn't live in Long Beach.
Yes.
When I was there,
Yep.
like I counted, literally, I had to think back and count how many times I went to the beach last summer.
Yeah.
It was 5.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I don't know if that's just like a function of,
It's too easy to get there?
Yeah, you're too like comfortable, you know. You don't like, I don't know. Plus, I work a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of beach time.
Beach time's tough because in my opinion, the best time for the beach is during the week.
Yeah.
I hate congested areas, and I hate being surrounded by a lot of people.
Yeah.
I love talking to people. I hate being surrounded by a lot of people, especially people I don't know. If it's people I know, it's easier.
Yeah.
But for me, very taxing. I don't like large crowded rooms, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just
I don't know. So that's funny because I'm kind of like an introvert.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm definitely secretly an introvert, but I'm a hardcore extrovert.
I don't think you can be both.
You absolutely can.
Okay, maybe you are.
Because, dude,
Like-
my favorite time of the day, 10 out of 10. 6 o'clock till like 10 o'clock at night. Nobody's bothering me.
Well, that's why I wake up at
Awesome.
4:45 a.m. every single day.
Yeah, I'm sleeping, bro. I only went to bed 3 hours before you woke up.
You know, because from 4:45 to let's say 8 o'clock, no one's calling your phone.
Nobody.
That's my time.
Nobody. Yeah, you can be selfish.
That's my.
I'm just a night owl. I'd much rather.
That sets up my day.
My brain needs to get like the juices flowing before anything productive is happening. So like, especially after this past week. So people that are listening to this have already heard my buddy Eric's podcast, but he turned me on this book. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Now I knew who David Goggins was. I knew he had the book. I didn't realize how powerful the book was. Read the book in 3 days on Audible. Listened to the book in 3 days. 14 hours. Crushed it. I've been to the gym every single day, with the exception of today, only because I had an early morning meeting. And already feel my life slowly coming back together again.
When did you listen to that book?
This weekend. This past weekend.
Yeah.
All the way up to Minerva. 5.5 hours to Minerva, 5.5 hours of book reading.
Where is Minerva?
All the way upstate.
Really?
It's about an hour north
like
of
by
Lake
the Finger
George.
Lakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finger Lakes are like 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
Up there. There's nothing left. It's just Canada after that for the most part. It's really like you look at it on the map. You're like, holy shit, I'm almost there, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nuts. Cool though. It's it's a nice. I would never want to live there. It's too rural for me. Or if I was to be there, I would want a summer home there.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine what people do for money around there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tapped out eventually. I don't understand how those things work.
Yeah. I don't know. But going back to Goggins, that dude.
Bro.
I mean, they say he's the toughest man, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I believe it.
I
believe it.
I think he went through SEAL training like 3 times. Right.
3 times.
Hell Week 3 times.
Medical drop, passed.
That was it.
Yep.
That's insane.
Nuts, bro.
I first learned about him. I was reading a book about Jesse Itzler.
Living with a SEAL.
Living with a SEAL.
Bro.
So I read that book.
I read the same.
When I was in Miami this past February.
Oh, yeah?
At the 10X Growth Con.
Yep. Are you going to the one in Vegas?
I think so.
Okay.
I had a good time.
All right.
Go.
You learned a lot?
Yeah. It's just mindset.
It's like 90% of everything. Yeah.
I just really try to work on limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts between the ears.
Oh, it'll get you every time. Every time. Can't let them get to you.
Exactly.
You learn how to power through those, you're in.
Yeah, and going to those things kind of helps you.
Sure.
And it's a good refresher.
Sure.
So, I read that book, Living with a SEAL, in Miami on the beach.
Uh-huh.
It took me, 2 hours, 2.5 hours. But
to read the whole book?
Yeah, it was the first book that I've ever read, and I've read a good amount of books.
You're a fast reader.
Yeah. I've read a good amount of books. It's the first book that I've literally read start to finish in one sitting. I was that into it.
Oh, so you were reading... You read it in 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's not a long book.
I haven't seen it.
I think it's like 200 pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It took him forever to finish... To read the whole book on Audible. But then again, you're reading it at a much slower rate than you're speaking it at a much slower rate than you read it.
Yeah. I think so.
It probably doesn't take that long to get through most books, but I can't sit there and read.
Yeah.
What is it on Audible? I'm curious to know how long it is. Because I've listened to it before.
It's probably double. It's probably 4 hours.
No, it's longer than that.
Is
It's
it?
way longer. Yeah. Then there's breaks, too, you also got to remember. And it's Jesse reading it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And he's a very charismatic speaker. So he spoke at the 10X Growth Con.
Sure.
And in my opinion, he was my favorite speaker.
It's only 5 hours and 18 minutes. I thought it was longer.
Yeah, and I'm not
than that.
being biased because he's from Long Island. I don't know if you know that.
Yep, he is. Great book. Build Your Life Resume. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan. Oh my God, is that David Goggins in the book cover? Doesn't even look like him.
That's not him.
I was gonna say that doesn't look like David.
No, that's not him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
don't know why his picture's not on there, but that's not him.
Yeah, great book.
Living with a
Great book.
Yeah, I think it's in like a New York Times bestseller.
And David Goggins' book blows us out of the water.
Really?
Yeah. I knew I was gonna get that reaction out of me. Yeah. Dude, nuts.
Really?
Nuts. So Living with a Seal's got to be 400 to 500 pages then, because if this is only 200 pages, then it's 5 hours. But yeah.
No. Living with this, you mean Can't Hurt Me is probably 400 to 500 pages.
Yeah. Because it was 13 hours and 45 minutes for the book.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, long time.
Yeah. I don't know. I like reading a book and just like picking it apart. You know, there's like so many things you can take away. I will know everything about a book.
I've read one book in my life. Ever.
Yeah, but you've listened to books.
I listen to a lot of books.
Yeah.
But I've only read... Sorry. 1.5 books.
Yeah, it's
But
same thing.
I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, cover to cover.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yep.
That's a
line by line, and I'm the slowest reader on the face of this earth.
I'm glad you read that book at a young age.
Dude, so powerful.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
powerful.
good takeaways.
So, if anybody's listening to this and you haven't read that book, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and that book, just to tell the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess the premise of that book is, you know, the millionaires in the U.S., or probably all over the world, are not who you think they are.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
They're the frugal, they could be the blue-collar workers.
Sure.
Living in okay neighborhoods.
Yep.
That really curb their spending.
Yeah, that figured out how money works.
Yeah. You know, just buy necessities.
That's it, man. People just... Dude, so I had... Do you know Diane Johnston? She's a financial advisor. I just had her on, too, just before you. And a lot of financial advisors lately. But...
Wow.
What?
Really?
Yeah. Because you guys all want to speak to, like, people. You know, good luck getting a doctor on. Doctors don't want to talk to people.
Yeah.
You know, think about it. They spent 13 years of their life confined to books and 10 people. And now all of a sudden somebody's inviting them to go on a podcast where they got to talk and be recorded.
They barely have time to speak to patients. With all the paperwork.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look, you know, even lawyers. But out of everybody that's been willing to come on the show, financial advisors are the easiest. No doubt about that.
Really?
Yeah, no doubt about that. A financial advisor finds out about it, and they're like, "Oh my God, can I be on the show?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "What do you mean?" I go, "I handpick everybody," and they're like, "I go honestly, I don't want to say you're not going to make the cut. I just don't think that you'd be the best guest possible that I could bring on."
Yeah. So you're selective.
Yeah, and I go, "It's nothing against you. You're a very nice person, but you have to be able to talk to me without the demon in your hand."
Yeah.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Good luck. And they're like, I can talk about finance for an hour and a half. I go, I know you can. It's not a finance podcast.
No, that's not what
I want to know about
hear.
you.
Yeah, people want to learn about you.
Yep. You know, your topic's gonna, you know, your industry's gonna come up. It's just like, think about it. We've barely talked about finance this entire time. We've been recording we haven't been recording at all. I totally forgot to record. I'm just kidding. We're 37 minutes in already.
Oh my God.
Dude, it goes like that. It goes like that. It's so fast.
Dude, we're halfway done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Almost, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nuts.
So I didn't know that. You get a lot of interest from financial.
Bro, it's so bad.
Really?
And I feel horrible, but you know, even the more eager ones, like typically the best guests that I've had, in my opinion, are the people I had to beg to come on the show. Mm-hmm. Beg. I mean, like, come on, please just come on the show, come on the show, come on the show. Yeah. And then finally they come on the show. And then even then, the show, in my opinion, sucks for like the first half.
Really?
But the second half is where the gold is.
Yeah.
That's almost always the case. Because so many people are like, oh my God, there's a microphone recording everything I'm going to say? What
like
if I...
Me. I've never done this before.
Yeah, but you're a natural.
How am I doing?
This is easy. Oh, you're killing it. There's some people that I'm like, I feel like
you guys like this? Drop a comment.
Yeah, basically. Like, there's times where I'm like, I'm going in with like pliers, you know, to pull, you know, a front tooth out, let alone a molar, to like extract information with these people. Yeah. And then, you know, and I've had people come up to me at the end of the show. They're like, dude, I've never even told some people these stories, and like I told them on your show. And I'm like, one, that means a lot.
What's the name of the show?
The Brutally Honest Podcast.
Exactly.
Gotta be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest. And I've called people out.
It's like going to therapy.
Here?
What good is therapy if you're not telling the truth?
I don't know. I've never been to therapy.
Many people have. I'm sure.
Have you been to therapy?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
You like it?
I'm big into like self-development.
I meditate.
Yeah, that's good.
Big fan of meditation.
I'm not consistent with meditation.
I don't think you need to be.
Okay.
I don't think you need to be consistent.
Okay.
As long as you do it.
Teach me.
What, meditation?
Yeah, how do you do it?
Dude, Headspace, bro.
Okay.
Best app in the world.
That's an app.
Yeah, I use an app for it. But I like sitting in silence. I try to not let my mind wander. I like to think of the mind as the best weapon the world has ever, that's ever been created.
So what do? You focus on your breathing?
Focus on my breathing.
Yeah.
Just quiet. Really just decompress. And sometimes I only need like 1 or 2 minutes. Especially if it's like a big deal coming up or a big meeting. Before I'll get there 5 minutes early, and I'll just sit in my car and just, close my eyes, knock my head back, and even if I'm like not like, oh my god, I gotta focus on my breathing and how everything feels in my body, like just letting my mind be like, bro, you don't have to think about work right now. Yeah. You don't have to think about the gym. You don't have to think about your next meal.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this is totally me speaking, not like trying to like be an ass, but I think a lot of people really just get caught up in a lot of fucking bullshit in their life.
Yeah.
Like really toxic shit. Like I used to get really angry at my ex-girlfriend when she used to watch like Kardashians and shit like that.
Really?
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, what do you mean? I go, that shit is poison. Uh-huh. Literally poison for you. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it's poison? I go, like, what are you fucking learning from this? Like, now I'm getting vulgar. But like, you're watching other people's fake problems on TV that literally can solve most of, we'll say a large chunk of the world's issues with the amount of money they have. Literally, they do not have rules in their life. They own private jets. They own the nicest cars on the face of this earth. They have access to literally anybody at any time. They probably have Donald Trump's phone number. I could probably guarantee it.
Yeah.
One of them has Donald Trump's cell phone number in their pocket. No doubt about it. Probably Obama's, the Clintons, and everybody else as well.
Yeah.
What are you going to get out of this? Like, if I watch something to get something out of it.
Yeah.
Even if it's, like, I watch Stranger Things. Like, even if it makes me question reality for, like, a quarter of a second, that's good. But, like, Jersey Shore, Kardashians, mob wives, all, and I don't mean to trash talk those specific shows, but, like, reality TV, garbage for your brain.
It is.
Like,
but it sells.
Oh my god,
it's entertainment.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, if I'm gonna do anything, people are like, yeah, but you play video games. I'm like, but at least I'm interacting with people. I'm challenging my ability, my reaction time, and building sequences in my brain. If it's Fortnite, and anybody that hasn't played Fortnite, you build structures and things like that. Like,
I never played it.
Oh my god, great game. But
I think the champ of Fortnite just won like $3 million.
3 million, 16-year-old kid.
Years old.
Yep, Booga. Killing it, bro.
What's Booga?
That's his name. That's his Fortnite name.
Oh, you know the name?
Yeah, dude. I follow Fortnite people.
Really?
I'm not like huge into it, but like I'll know like some of the champions and some of the bigger players. Yeah. Yeah, dude. He's he gained 153,000 subscribers on YouTube for winning. Just that many people found out about him. Me too, included. I'm like, who's this kid? Booga. Wow. Never heard about him before. He could have been in the scene, but like he wasn't cream of the crop as far as like getting attention.
Dude, that's a lot of money to win that.
Dude, that's nothing, bro.
Wait, hold on.
Nothing. Dude, if I told you how much some of these programmers make, your jaw would hit the floor.
Really? That play Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite, League of Legends, Apex now. Yeah, look at Ninja. Ninja's bringing home a couple million a month.
Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about video games.
Ninja's the kid with the blue hair.
Nothing.
Everybody's seen him on the news. He's all over the news. He was like one of the first people that got attention when people were making millions of dollars on Twitch, which is the live streaming service for video games. But
I do hear like the world's best programmers are like from people who play video games.
Oh yeah.
Right?
It's reaction, it's getting things together to work how you want them to work. Let's see, top 10 highest earning gamers in the world. Let's see. League of Legends is probably number one. I would find it hard to believe otherwise. Let's go just the number one here. Is it Faker? No. Who the heck is this? German player Kerim still wears the crown for the highest earning gamer in the world as of 2018 with a whopping earnings of $4 million. Defense of the Asian. Oh, Dota won. Wow, I'm surprised Dota's up there. I didn't think Dota was going to be. What is this? He's Dota. Is he Dota? Dota's a video game, by the way. Dota 2. Dude, these guys are making millions of dollars. And that's not even including endorsements, dude. That's the crazy part. Then you start to get into endorsements and stuff like that. Nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. This is like stupid money.
Yeah, and it's only grown.
Only growing. I mean, look, I never used to watch video games ever. Not that I watch it all that much now, but I definitely pop in every once in a while and check it out. What game is this? Team Liquid. For any of my video games listeners, you will know who Team Liquid is.
Who's your audience?
Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. I wish I could say people knew, but nobody knows. There's the analytics and reporting on podcasts is so poor.
Really?
It's so poor. There's the analytics is terrible. I know that I have 36,000 downloads on my stuff, but that's only what I actually know. That's not what I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Like, dude, I remember when I used to get excited about a podcast getting like 20 or 30 plays. Now it's like, if I break 150, I'm happy. Like, and that's just on SoundCloud. That's not including any other platform.
Wow.
Like, yeah. So it's definitely gotten up there. And then as YouTube comes into play more and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna continuously keep growing. There's no doubt about that. I'm trying to find more gamers here. Oh, it is that dude. Wow, I would have never guessed. Fortnite. Oh, Booga. Here it is. 3 million. He's number 10 now in the world for. I think this is winnings. This is not anything else.
Wow. Not sponsors.
Not sponsors.
Who sponsors now?
Bro, what? Dude, you're getting Red Bull sign deals. You're getting Monster to sign deals. You're getting video game PC makers to sign deals. Bro, you're getting car sponsorships. Bro, and you'll get water bottle sponsorships.
Wow.
Dude, I did
not know that.
Ridiculous. How, this is just earnings. I'm surprised how much money is in Dota 2. Faker, here he is. Wow, he's number 60. He's only made $1 million too in League of Legends. Wow. Mind blown. Now we're getting to Fortnite. They're in the 70s. But dude, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. And then you get that's earnings. That's not including Twitch. That's not including anything else. Tfue was super popular. He just got into he just sued his we'll call it the agency net worth. What's his net worth? His net worth's probably over 5 million.
How old is he? 17?
21.
Wow.
Yep, video games, bro.
That's unbelievable.
What's Ninja's net worth? Ninja's net worth is $10 million. I would have guessed more. Actually, I don't think that's right at all. I genuinely don't. Considering he was making almost $1 million a month playing Fortnite all last year.
Wow.
So
that's a crazy industry. Is it more international or domestic?
Yeah, we're not dealing with the United States. This is the whole world.
Like Russia?
Everybody, bro. Everybody. Video games are the biggest thing in the world.
Right.
The only person that, in my opinion, that is I would say the most powerful person on the face of this earth is, and I know you'll never guess this, so I'm going to tell you.
Never.
PewDiePie.
No idea who that is.
The number one YouTuber in the world.
Really?
Yep.
How many subscribers?
I'm going to tell you right now, because I haven't looked in a while. PewDiePie. So for anyone looking him up, PewDiePie, all one word, 99 million.
Wow.
Without a doubt. And
what's his
following
what's his gig?
Is like loyal as could be. Like ridiculous.
Really?
They're so loyal to him that do you know about YouTube Rewind? Every year YouTube brings like the top creators and brings in the top creators, and then they make like this montage video of what they're doing and all that kind of stuff, and they make these cool little videos. And I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, PewDiePie got kicked out because of the Wall Street Journal. 2 guys in the Wall Street Journal investigated PewDiePie because he hired people on Fiverr, Fiverr, and on Fiverr you can get people to do anything for literally like $5 and.
What's Fiverr?
Fiverr is just a website that you can go through. You could buy anything on there. Literally, like as far as like services, you can get videos done, like all that kind of stuff. But people will do it, like voiceovers. It's a great place to find voiceovers. So if I make a little video and I need a voiceover, I can type out what I want and somebody with like a super deep voice can come in and do things. So like, for like $5 or $10, sometimes they charge per word and stuff like that. And, so I paid somebody on Fiverr to like it was a total joke for a couple of his videos, and like made some things, and they were like, and then like they made it like anti-Semitic, and he's like, look at these guys, like they're so stupid, like whatever, like totally made fun of them. The Wall Street Journal guys exposed that he was sponsored by Disney. Yeah. Disney pulled out, and then pretty wild. But he actually just made a video of him going on Google to look at his net worth, and people on Google said, oh, like, look, his net worth is like $20 million. And he literally looks at the video and he goes, look at how much money they think I'm worth. This is a joke. I'm worth way more than that. He goes, my bank account has way more than that in it. Like, just purely flat out says, I'm way richer than $20 million.
Wow.
And, like, so back to his fan base. His fan base is so loyal that he has his own custom chair that he sits in, kind of like that gaming chair over there. They knew that the person stamping the seal of approval on YouTube would never catch the cartoon that they put into the YouTube Rewind, and they got his chair into, which is probably close to as famous as he is, just because he's the only person that had that chair and they custom designed the chair, into that video. That is how loyal his followers are. Like, they slipped that in without anybody noticing. Most powerful person on the face of this earth. If, like, talk about something, like, do you think Hillary Clinton killing somebody's crazy? This dude, bro. This dude. Nuts.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Hillary Clinton ain't got shit on him.
How old is he?
30, maybe?
Really?
How old is PewDiePie? Yeah, dude. This has gone totally in a different... 29 years old.
Wow.
Worth, if I had to guess, $150 million.
Really?
Works out of his house with a YouTube channel.
Wow.
Edits videos all day.
Good for him.
Killing it, bro. Killing it. That's what I guess. I would even venture to say he's probably worth more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
And on top of that...
I did not know that there was that much money in that space. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like... I feel like I just missed that.
Yeah.
Video game generation. Like we grew up playing Madden and some other stuff, but
look, there's Ninja's not that old.
Yeah.
I think he's actually older than PewDiePie. How old is Ninja? People are like, who's this Ninja guy? Who is he? He's 28. Yeah. 91.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, the video game industry, not that I play to go competitively, I just play to like relax the mind. Nuts.
So you still play every day?
No, not every day.
Okay.
I've toned it down quite a bit. I used to play a lot.
Yeah.
But I've always grown up with video games. Like we were saying in the beginning, I've always had a computer. I've always had technology. Just got really good at it. Went to school for computer programming. Constantly involved in it. Worked at an IT company. Constantly involved in it. Starting a media company. Constantly involved in it. By the way, speaking of media, new movie called The Great Hack. I think I've talked about it a couple times on here. Sick.
Really? Who's in that? Anybody starring in it?
No, it's just a total documentary.
No namers?
It's a documentary.
Oh, okay.
It's a documentary on basically how everything we see, do, and watch is all influenced by major companies that have more data than we can ever imagine on us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I blew somebody's mind the other day. Think about it.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay.
You go to Amazon, right? You look for a car part, right? You still drive the Infinity?
Yeah.
So you drive an Infinity black, right?
It's like dark gray.
Dark gray.
Yeah.
So something happens to your Infinity, you're like...
Gunmetal.
Good. We don't want to offend anybody, but gunmetal. Manly words. But like you Google or you look for a part on Amazon for that car, whatever it may be. Amazon can then immediately assume that you probably have that car, right?
Right.
Safe assumption that you're buying a piece for that car, especially if you buy multiple things for that car. Now, they can take that information and give it to Google and Facebook, and if you think that they don't trade information all day, you are a clown. But now Facebook knows that you own an Infiniti, right? And you probably had to give you the Infiniti dealership that you bought it from your email address. They know that you own Infinitis. Now that dealership can then run ads against you for owning an Infiniti.
Oh yeah. So what you're trying to say is that the whole world knows that I own an Infiniti?
More than likely.
Yeah.
It's at least anybody that really wants to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Dude, it's crazy, man.
It really is.
Photo recognition. You put it on Instagram. Chances are good it's there. Videos, video recognition, audio recognition, all that kind of stuff. For anyone that have you ever seen a deep fake?
No.
How are you alive? What? You haven't seen a deep fake? Oh my god. Deep fake, let's go. Oh, man, you're about to be so mind blown.
Really?
Dude, so mind blown. Let's see here. I haven't seen these videos yet, but we're gonna watch one of them real quick. You can turn the audio up. So, I'm okay with you knowing everything that I'm doing on your website. And let me turn on the audio here.
So it's like, all these heavyweights, like, Ben Stiller, Jack Black, Robert Downey Jr., everybody, and at the end is like me. Like, hey, happy to be here, guys.
So this is a picture of Harder doing a impression.
And Tom Cruise walks in, and even those guys are like, whoa, and he's super stoked to be there. He's like, yeah, oh, boom. He's like, wow. He's just immediately excited when he walks into a room. And so he comes over and he sits next to me, and I think he had been briefed on some of the supporting guys, but he was like trying to place me, So he sat down next to me. He's like,
I hope this is a deep fake or I'm wasting people's time.
And I go, yeah. And I said, Seth Rogen was like, it was amazing. He has like, a bike track.
Oh my god, did you realize it's a different person now?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, right?
And it was like I did
Deep
a
fake.
trick.
They've gotten even better with it. They have one of Joe. I think there's Joe Rogan was like the super famous one of the deep fake. Joe Rogan.
That is wild.
Fake, dude. Nah, it's deep fake with Taylor Swift on the Joe Rogan Experience. Deep fake. Let's see here.
So you probably have a more male-dominated audience than I would.
Yeah, but guys bring their girlfriends. The girlfriend's like, fuck him.
Oh my god.
Dude, how crazy is that?
He's a fucking idiot.
He's an asshole. Do you really believe what he's saying?
Enough people just listen. You can get confused and think you know what the fuck you're talking about. That's what he is.
That's exactly what he is.
It changed his voice too.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He knows what the fuck he's talking about.
He's probably talking like that to like make fun of somebody. Oh, it's Taylor Swift. But that's like one version of it. But I've literally seen people automate like somebody came up with technology where it's a news anchor presenting.
Yeah.
And then they take the news anchor footage, they scan somebody's face with these cameras, and then that guy's face then controls all the facial movements of that anchor. And anything that he says comes out of that anchor's mouth. So he's like literally on TV and he's like, look at my eyes, they're just moving like this. And you see the anchor that would never ever make eye movements and weird movements like that with their face doing that. And he's like, look, and I'm gonna call myself I'm a pussycat and doing all this like it's just crazy. And you're like,
oh my God. Real
time, bro. This is happening in real time. And then John's in there and he's like, oh, I'm watching news. I'm watching the news. I'm like, why? He's like, yeah, I just want to get caught up for the day. I'm like, dude, it's all fake. It's all fake, bro. It's all fake. And he's like, look at this. Epstein's got broken neck bones. I'm like, of course he does. He was murdered. We all know this already. Come on, let's not, But on the flip side of things, chances are pretty good he might not even be dead. They just shipped him off to an island in the middle of nowhere that nobody knows where he is, living alone with a bunch of kids.
Could you imagine that?
What? Oh, dude.
If that was true.
I would put money on the fact that it's true.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
I thought he committed suicide.
Bro, come on.
No?
Come on, bro. Come on.
All right. That's what the papers say.
Oh, God. Fake news. I don't say it's fake because I don't care about, like, what agency is putting out the news. It's just all controlled. We only find out what they want you to find out. Like, at this point, if you're a snitch, you're going to die. There's no doubt about it. Like, if you're, it's just the way of the world at this point. It's too easy to fake somebody's death. It's too easy to fake. There's too much money in the world for somebody to get paid off. There's too much everything out there. And, with what I know about how data's manipulated and stories could be manipulated and all this kind of stuff, dude, one screw up.
You can't believe anything.
You heard about the alligator in my pool, right? I'm sure at this point.
Yeah, I've seen a video.
Okay, so...
How did that thing get in there?
Nobody knows. Literally nobody knows.
You think it was planted?
No.
You have enemies?
Dude, so here's the funny part. So it was like 8 to 10 inches, right? So a lot of the news stories picked it up as an 8-inch alligator, right? One slip of the finger or some miscommunication, and all of a sudden it's in the Levittown Patch's 8-foot alligator.
Yeah.
And it's this massive game of telephone, right? Somebody said, oh my God, it's an 8-inch alligator. Oh, what'd you say, 8 foot? Oh my God, 8 foot. And an alligator? Oh my God, full-size adult 8-foot alligator found in a backyard pool. And then, like, the story just keeps getting more screwed up over time, constantly. That's the news at this point. Because nobody's actually reporting on it. There's some guy in Cambodia sending a message or making phone calls when he gets a chance to people over here to write out the story, or he's writing it out, but the people over here that are editing it think that it's not appropriate, or people aren't going to be attracted to it, so they have to spruce it up and make it sound better or make it sound worse than what it actually is. So then you take it, and then it's your turn to interpret it, and you're like, oh my God, the earth is burning down. Meanwhile, they just said it's a heat wave.
Yeah.
Constantly, dude. Constantly. That's all the news is now.
The news could be depressing.
It
really can.
It's less toxic than the Kardashians.
Yeah. A little less toxic.
Little.
Yeah.
There's nothing positive, though.
Yeah.
There's nothing positive. Nobody watches positive shit.
Yeah. There's something happening every single day where
Every
you're like,
day, bro.
your jaw kind of drops.
Yeah. We're inundated with information.
Yeah.
You watch CNN all day.
No, CNBC.
Or CNBC.
Yeah, and it's funny you brought this up. I don't know if you know this, but the market's kind of taking a dive.
Yeah.
Which is normal.
There's that weird impending curve or something like that?
Yeah, inversion of the yield curve.
Yeah, inversion
Yeah,
curve.
it's where the 10-year treasury goes below the 2-year, which is not a good sign.
Sure. Housing bubble, save all your money.
Whatever it is.
Don't sell your stocks.
No one really knows. But I just think that the media, like, we're only like 6 or 7% off the highs.
Sure.
But the media kind of makes it seem like things are really just crashing.
Yeah.
And they haven't. And the reason why I say that is because people panic, right? Because they watch the news.
Of course.
There's tons of information out there. And the media, in my opinion, has lost more money for people than anybody in history.
Lost how so?
Just by scaring people out.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You see the headlines?
Yeah. Look, there's some guy with more money than knows what to do with.
But they
saying drop the story so I could buy evereverying, bro. Drop it.
But they do that to attract viewers.
Of course. People want to know what's going on in the news. People are freaking out like.
Yeah, but the headlines are scary.
That's what they're designed to be, bro.
Right.
Dude, you see my emails. Houston, we have a ... birthday. Got like a 35% open rate. But if I put out Barra Media Group newsletter, it's like 15%. It's got to be catchy.
But what I'm trying to get to is that I don't think it's in the best interest of people to read these headlines, obviously.
It's terrible for you, bro.
Yeah.
Watch porn. It's better for you. It's true. Kerim was like, I was going to share it out, and then I dropped the whole porn.
I mean, I'd rather just go to therapy.
Bro. if I walked into a therapist and they're like, all right, start talking, that dude would quit his job by the time I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, you should go. I think everybody needs a therapist.
That's what people keep telling me. Like, you should be, either you should go to one or you should just be a therapist.
I don't know.
I'm
do
like,
you
how
have
about
do you have things on your mind that you don't share with anybody?
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, it's not good to hold in.
No, yeah, it is. Dude,
Is
people.
it?
Oh,
All right.
yeah, dude.
All right. Hey, listen. That's your belief, and that's your belief. I'm not going to change it. But
All right, fair enough.
I believe that you should be able to, like, if something's on your mind and you're
Nah, man. You got to keep the monsters behind the door, bro. The moment you open that door, that's my opinion. Look, look, everybody's got demons, right? We'll just say that. Everybody's got demons. There's no doubt about it. But it's how you control those demons.
Yeah.
I've always been, I would like to say, a mentally tough person. You
seem that way.
Yeah. I'm also ruthless.
So
Ruthless.
can I ask you something?
Yeah. This is the place to ask me.
Yeah. Like, why are you the way that you are? Like, did something happen?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. We're going to go deep real quick. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Definitely. God, this is the first time I'm going to air this out. My dirty laundry right now. Definitely, my parents used to beat it. Yeah.
It's good to be vulnerable.
My parents used to beat the shit out of me. Always used to be picked on in school. Always sucked at school. Terrible learning.
So you had insecurities growing up.
Oh, hardcore.
Yeah.
And then
I respect that, man.
Yeah.
I really respect that you just said that.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate
to all
it.
your viewers. Drop a comment.
Yeah. Comment, like, share. But
share this with your neighbor.
Yeah. Just don't tell my parents because they're gonna be like, "We never beat you."
Do they watch this?
What?
Do they watch this?
No chance, dude.
Okay. So then you're safe.
Yeah, I'm not worried. But yeah, like super insecure as a kid, and then like went to wrestling. Wrestling beat the shit out of me. Boy Scouts helped me like get my life together hardcore, and then just got tough. Just was like.
So let me ask you,
Yeah.
because you come off to me as
Yeah.
like a very confident person.
Yeah.
So was there a point in time in your life where that kind of
Oh yeah.
you flipped the switch?
Yeah. I just realized nobody gives a fuck about you.
Okay.
Nobody. Coffins are made for one person, and that's it.
Right.
When you die, it's just you, bro.
But I mean, did something happen where you started to think like that?
Oh yeah. Started reading books. Started listening to podcasts. Started listening to people. Started surrounding myself.
This is
with
good for the
people.
audience to know.
Yeah.
Because there's
So-
probably people listening to this that
Sure.
are going through what you went through.
And then just bartending. Bartending helps so much. You talk to so many people, and
You're
you're
forced
like,
to break out of your shell.
yeah. Like I was always a talker. Always. I could talk to anybody.
No
But yeah. And but like you hear about people's stories, and you're like, dude, your life blows. Like shit. What I got going on is nowhere near as bad.
Yeah.
Like as like what you got. And then like even the bad stuff, like nothing is that bad. Like nothing. Like you got cancer. Well, you ain't fucking dead. You got hit by a car. You're still breathing, bro. There's people that aren't breathing anymore. Like, whatever it is. Don't get me wrong. Shit sucks. There's no doubt about that. But like, you can't control everything. It's impossible. It's impossible. So when I walk around confident as could be, because I've won life. I won already. If I died today, I leave here, I get smashed in a car accident, I'm dead. I probably died the happiest person on the face of the earth.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Look, I don't want to die, don't get me wrong. But, like, nobody cares. Like, your significant other cares. Like, there's no doubt about that. But, like, you die alone. You might die in the comfort of your friends, but it's just you at the end of the day. Like, when people cheat on their wives or something like that happens, like, that's their problem. I stop caring about, like, other people. Like, as far as, like, most stuff goes. Like, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm there for you. If you need advice, I'm there for you. But, like, you want to do something bad, I'll give you my 2 cents. Like, that's probably not a good idea, or that's a good idea. But if you want to go do it, like, I know damn well that ice cream's terrible for you. I fucking love ice cream. It's plain and simple. I know the repercussions of it. I have to live with that decision. Not anybody else. So who cares?
Yeah.
That's like...
So you take accountability.
Yeah, just...
It's a good trait to have.
Yeah, like, people are soft now, man. People are so
yourself.
soft. You know, oh, I didn't get what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm glad you brought that up.
suck it up.
Yeah.
Fucking deal with it. What do you, you know, Jocko Willink, and I heard this a couple years ago, but I've probably thought about life like this a lot prior to that. It's a speech called Good. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Never.
Oh, dude, I get the goosebumps when I'll share it with you at the end of this. But anybody that's listening, go on YouTube and search Jocko Willink.
He wakes up before me, by the way.
Yeah, he's up at 4 to 4:30, I think.
This morning he was up at 4:24.
Yeah, takes a picture of his Timex every single day.
Yeah, and I look at it every day. And I'm like, fuck, Jocko.
Yeah, and he's a
You
savage.
got me again.
He's a savage. But
What time do you think he sleeps?
he only sleeps on like 4 hours of sleep.
Really?
Yeah, when you optimize your body like that, I was doing that for a long time. 4 hours of sleep. I'd go to bed at midnight. I'd be up at 4.
Really?
Yeah, it's just you got to get into it, and like everything has to be on point. Your exercise has to be on point. Your diet has to be on point. Your mental stability has to be on point. But
I'm getting there. I'm like 11 to 4:45. Just shy of 6 hours.
all right, fair enough. I'm usually like midnight till 6
Yeah.
kind of guy.
Okay, 6 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
solid 6 hours.
Some people need 8 hours.
You know, sometimes it's 1 to 6, sometimes it's 11 to 6, but for the most part, try to be up at 6. You know, if it's a dream day, I'm up at like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to hold yourself accountable, dude. Same thing, like, think about business. Like, dude, I have nobody to tell me what to do. Literally nobody. As long as the bills are paid, nobody's going to come knocking.
Yeah. Autonomy for you is huge.
Oh, my whole life is autonomous.
Yeah.
Run the shit on cruise control.
Yeah.
Everything I'm doing is just constantly fixing and tweaking that algorithm of life optimization.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is. But like, you wake up at 4:30 in the morning, bro. Like, you don't have to do that. You hold yourself accountable to wake up at 4:30.
You know why I do it? You know why I do it?
Why?
Because if I wasn't doing what I do as a living, managing people's money, and I were to give that money to somebody else to manage, I would want that person to wake up with like fire, passion, early, just be like with it.
Bro, good luck finding people with fire and passion in their eyes.
You know?
That's a whole nother story.
Like I need somebody to be on their game by like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
No, I'm leaving the gym then.
Yeah.
Leaving the gym then.
I don't know.
I'll get back to the 4 a.m. I'm probably gonna start doing 5s next week, and then I'll work up to 4s.
Yeah.
4 a.m. is where it's at, bro. 4 a.m. is the best hour of the day.
I don't get up at 4. It's 4:45 for
Bro.
me, but
4.
yeah, but I
Don't cut yourself short, bro.
My workout starts at 5:30,
Doesn't
so
matter,
I get
bro.
there at 5:15. I warm
Meditate,
up.
yoga.
Yeah, I should. I just got to go to sleep.
When I'm in
early.
the groove, bed at 11, up at 4, meditation and yoga,
Yeah, like 5.
book reading, gym.
5 hours is too.
Little?
Yeah.
No.
Like I need closer to 6.
Drive, bro. That's 6th gear. 5 hours, we're in. 6 hours is long. I just love sleeping. But if I'm grinding, 11 to 4 all day. But I got to get into it. It takes a while. So this week I'll do 5. This week I'll start at 6. I'll go to 5 next week, and then I'll probably bump it up to 4 the following week. So in 3 weeks I'll be up at 4.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude. Gotta hold yourself accountable, man. Nobody's gonna be there to
Yeah, I believe that.
cry on your shoulder, you know. I provide plenty of shoulders to cry on. I've had people confide in me in the craziest shit ever, especially on the show. There's shows that haven't been released, literally just recorded, end of the show, delete.
Why?
People can't have that shit out, bro, man. I swear to God, man. Like, I've literally had shows where people are like, you can't air that.
Yeah.
You can't. That has to be deleted. Can you, like, I want to watch you delete it. Yeah, no problem. Done. Yep. I've recorded double episodes in days because that person will go through it and they're like, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
And then let's restart. We'll do the whole show over again, and I'll give the less deep side of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the coolest part about the show.
Mm-hmm.
You hear some shit.
Yeah.
People confide in you hardcore. Dude, I've had people tell me in front of me that they were gonna kill themselves
Really?
multiple times. Yeah.
On air.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That either there was a thought they were gonna do it, they had plans to do it. Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man.
I mean, it is the brutally honest podcast.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking nuts. But like,
no holding back.
no holding back. No holding. I've heard some crazy shit on here.
I'm sure you have. People
but-
open up to you. That's a good trait about you.
Thanks, man. I try. That and I just try to, back to like what we were talking about before, like what flipped. I also realized that, like, I'm an animal. Like, I want to be able to help as many people as I can, right? That's part of the reason why I have the show. Part of the reason why I have the show, and people have heard this before, is one, it was selfish. I want to be able to sit down with people and have a conversation with them without technology in front of us. And then on the flip side of things, because I'm selfless, I wanted to make sure that other people heard the conversations that I get to have on a regular basis. So that's why...
And the people that you're with get heard.
Yes, ultimately, sending a message out. You know, I get to learn about all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, I've just had so many people, I guess, in my life, like, either come to me for advice or come to me for help and, you know, hey, I need an extra set of hands. And, like, even if I can't help, I might know somebody that can help, or I might know somebody that can do a better job, or, you know, and stuff like that. You know, at least I'm there to help. You know, it's like in the fire service, right? They say, what is it? It's like 80% of it is showing up. The other 10% or 15% is actually doing it, and the last 5% is just being a sliver better than everybody else. And you've already exceeded 99% of the population.
Yeah.
Just always have those values, man.
I believe
Just
show up.
Just that's it. Show up, bro.
Try stuff.
Show up, and you're not gonna be good at everything.
You know.
Try
like,
everything, bro.
Going back to the Latip thing, right? Did we talk about that on air?
I think so.
We did.
I think so. Yeah, I think we were right in the beginning.
Show up.
Just that's it.
You never know what comes out of it.
You never know.
You know, I'm in the trenches like you.
That's it. That's it. You know, you can't ask for anything more.
Yeah.
But that's my story, I guess, on like how I became not a screw up. But yeah, I mean, look, it's like that. It's those two buttons, right? There's always that eject button. Like I could just, 40 hours a week is like a dream. Like I look at people that work 40 hours a week, I'm like, bro, you're blessed. You're so blessed. But because nobody sees the 80 hours a week I put in here. Nobody sees me answering emails at 6 a.m. when I first wake up to fucking make sure people get their answers. Nobody sees that shit. And they don't need to. But what separates me from everybody else? I give a shit.
And it shows.
We went deep right there.
Yeah. I don't know if your audience has ever heard that side of you before.
Probably not, honestly. That was probably one of the first times I've aired out the dirty laundry. But yeah, man.
I have that about me. I get people to open up.
Yeah, start a podcast, bro. You're welcome to use the studio. Start a podcast, man. It's now we should call out Scott. Now's a good time to call out Scott.
Yeah.
Should we do it right now?
Hey, man, it's your show.
Scott Evans, I challenge you to come on the podcast.
Let's do
He has
it.
to get to an hour and 17 minutes to know that, but that's fine. He'd be a good guest.
And he's got a lot of wisdom.
Bro, genius.
Yeah.
And talk about like.
But not even genius. Sorry, I don't mean to insult you in any way, Scott. But he's just got a lot of wisdom.
A lot of wisdom.
You know, and he just...
Very charismatic.
He gets it. Exactly.
Very charismatic.
Exactly.
I have to thank, and I think I've done this on the show before, but I'll do it again. I have to thank Scott for changing my life. Mm-hmm. He played a big factor in my business, yeah.
Good for you, man.
So,
so he was like one of your mentors.
Yeah, to some degree.
So I think, I don't know, you probably have like a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to this show.
I would like to think so. You never know.
Let's go with that.
Sure.
Right? I think it's important, and I think a lot of people try to do it themselves, but it's important, really important to have mentors with whatever you do.
Yeah. People you just...
because a lot of times...
People you trust.
Yeah.
That are going to give you real good feedback.
Yeah.
People come to me because I don't give fake feedback.
Yeah.
They get the answer that they didn't want to hear.
Exactly. And I think regardless of what stage you're in your life, whether it's age or monetarily, I still think you should have that, or maybe more than one person that you go to for feedback.
Feedback. Yeah. Look, I mean, goes back to what we said before. Surround yourself with good people, right? Those people are going to help you get to where you want to go in life. Yeah. If you don't tell somebody what you want to achieve and what you want to do, you'll never get there. Because you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go far, you go together. Right? Go fast, go alone. Go far, go together.
Yeah.
The best thing I've probably ever heard So Scott told me about Tony Robbins. I'm sure you probably know who Tony Robbins is.
I think the whole world knows who Tony Robbins is.
I didn't know who Tony Robbins is 2 months before I went to a seminar, so I didn't know who Tony Robbins is. So Scott told me who Tony Robbins was. I watched I'm Not Your Guru on Netflix. Total life changer. And then went to Tony Robbins, and Scott helped me out and getting my seats and stuff like that. I don't want to say anything else as far as that goes, but I went there and I literally talked to them in the car about, like, I'm thinking about starting a business. Like, toying around with the